asking so many people, hardcore people, and he's like, I don't know until you get older. It would be a lot hotter in Missouri now, basically. Okay, here am I, showing different. I wanted to do a vlog about this. I did a vlog about it a long time ago, but it was crap, and I took it back down. I think it was just because I was like so insulting to the people who believe in this, and I'm trying to, I want to do a vlog about it, but maybe in a nicer way than I did before. The thing is about the whole thing is, I'd be the first to believe that there really was a hanging if somebody could just prove it to me. People insisting that it happened, people insisting, oh, there really was a hanging, and so forth, but when I ask for proof, I never get anywhere. Just yesterday, I had this guy bugging me, and he's like, "Well, it could have happened, and if I was, he's like, if I was one of them, I would do it." I assume he means if he was a Munchkin, he would hang himself. But just because, you would take your own life doesn't mean everybody would. I guess that's what he means. I don't really know. That's another thing. Is a lot of times the comments are so vague, I don't know what they're talking about, but. Instead of actually, I keep asking so many people for hardcore evidence, people who keep insisting that it happened. It's like, I want, for example, they'll say, well, there was this other version made where you can actually see the hanging a lot better, and, you're probably looking at the wrong version. Well, there's only one version. I'm talking about the 1939 Wizard of Oz musical, Judy Garland and Ray Bolger and all those people. There's only one version that I know of, and I don't know where they're getting this other version from. And when I ask, well, can you just, put a copy of it up on YouTube? They're like, oh, no, I can't because it belongs to my friend or whatever. And it's like, well, borrow it from your friend. Well, I can't because it's at his grandma's house. And it's like, it just keeps going and going. And it's like they just keep adding on to this story, and it's obvious they're just making things up. And, because if there really was a copy of it out there, somebody would be putting it up on YouTube. I mean, if somebody could prove this really happened, you know how much, money they'd probably make from the press? I mean, if you've got the proof, why are you hiding it? And, I tell people, well, nobody seems to know the name of the person who died, and nobody seems to know where I can find an obituary. Nobody seems to know where the grave is. Nobody seems to know where there's a newspaper story about it or a newsreel or something. I'm looking for tangible evidence, and all people want to say is just give me more rumors. Just say, well, it happened, and then they'll say something like, well, you're watching the wrong part of the movie. It actually happened in this other scene. Well, okay, so again, it doesn't really matter what part of the movie it happened in. If it happened, there would be some sort of proof, but nobody seems to have the proof. This is just kind of going out to all you people who think it happened, and I'm trying not to, rain on your parade. I'm trying not to make fun of you. I'm trying not to be mean about this time, because I was kind of mean last time I did a vlog about this well over a year ago. I'm trying to be as nice about it as I can. Just say, okay, if it happened, where's the proof? Why don't you do a video explaining to me where I can find the proof? And I don't want you to say, well, there's this other video on YouTube where these kids are sitting there and talking about it. Because I've seen that. That's not proof. Some people have said, well, if you go to this video, there's proof in this video, and you go to the video and it's just a couple of kids sitting there, well, yeah, well, my grandpa told me it happened, or whatever, and it's like, well, that's not really proof. No, what I want to see is like a video response where you're showing like a newspaper with the article in it, that says that it happened. Because a lot of people are confusing. There's this crane in one shot, and people seem to think that that's a hanging Munchkin, although I'm trying not to be mean about this, but how you can look at a bird and think that it's a person being hanged is beyond me. I'm trying not to be mean about this, but I can't. I watch that part over and over and again, and it's always a crane in my mind. I cannot see somebody being hanged. It's a bird. It's so obvious. So, I'm trying to give people a chance to prove that this really happened. So, if you've got the proof, if you can do just even 10-second video of you holding up the newspaper, and I'd like to see the date and the name of the newspaper and all that stuff. maybe I'll start believing it, but people, they see these videos I make and they try to. Some of them, a couple of these videos aren't really even about the hanging, but people assume that it is. But they think they've got to make a comment and they've got to try to prove to me that it really happened, but they don't offer any real proof. It's just, well, I know it happened, or, well, it could have happened. Well, anything could have happened. I mean, and they're like, well, where's your proof that it never happened? Well, how do you prove something didn't happen? How do you prove that people can't live on the sun? Nobody's actually been to the sun, so we don't know. It's just people don't just kill themselves in the middle of a Hollywood studio at MGM, like the biggest studio at the time, and then just vanish into thin air with no trace. I mean, it just doesn't happen. So yeah, I guess this is getting really long. I'm rambling, and I'm sorry. I'm just tired and I don't feel well. But yeah, just show me the proof. That's all I'm asking. And if I make fun of you after you try to tell me that it happened and you don't show me the proof, then I guess you deserved it. But bye.